Blog Talk Radio. Hello, everyone. I'm writer, author, and producer Evon Latrail. Guys and dolls, as always, I would like to thank you all so much for tuning into my show. And remember, if you would like to be a guest on my show, if you have a show idea, or if you would like for me to be a guest on your show, you guys can contact me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram at Evon Latrail. And also, if you would like to be a guest and call in while the show is going on, you guys can call at 914-205-5432. Again, the number here to call in is 914-205-5432. And guys and dolls, Tyreek Smith, he is a producer who has a movie coming out, and the movie is called No Way Out. Stay tuned, and I will be updating you soon. So No Way Out will be coming out soon, and that's by Tyreek Smith. And let's see, Tyrone Nathaniel will be playing the leading role in that film. Also, if you are in the Fort Lauderdale area and you need a mobile notary, Williams & Williams will be more than happy to assist you. And you can always email we118@msn. And again, that's we118@msn.com, and that's Williams & Williams Notary Mobile Service. And also, Daniel Jackson, he has a book that he just published. It's called The New Beginnings. Daniel Jackson has a book, The New Beginnings, and he will be on the show in a few weeks. I have a list of people that is going to be on the show, so please bear with me. And I'm getting everything together. I went from being busy to super busy, and I'm like all over the place. I also have another interview. I did an interview 2 weeks ago in Miami at the studio with Mr. Lowe. I will be back in Miami probably next week or the week after, but most likely it'll be next week to finish that interview. That interview was very turned up because we were drinking before the interview started, so we will be more sober. We will be more sober during the part 2 interview. So, guys, I have my guest co-host, Dollar. He is on right now. Dollar, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I am here. What's going on, world? It's your boy, Dollar. George Washington, a.k.a. Dollar. That's why they call me Dollar. What's happening?
Well, we are very, very happy to have you back again on the show. And today's topic is Roe versus Wade. So it's better that I have somebody on the show so they can give me their views instead of you guys just listening to mine. So do you want to start off with this?
Well, basically, I mean, they're trying to take away your rights as a woman to, be able to have an abortion. I think that it's always been the mother's choice. I may personally not agree with the fact that a woman should, want to attempt to have an abortion. However, that's because I got kind of an old school views. At the same time, I mean, you are in charge of your body. You can never let anyone, man, woman, or child tell you how to govern your body. Same rules apply to everyone. You govern yourself accordingly.
Govern yourself accordingly. Okay, go ahead.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, it's your body. So govern yourself.
Accordingly.
Accordingly, that's right. Just make the decisions what that basically means. You want to make the decision that's right for you and your body. If you're in a financial burden or you're in a bad situation, your life is just in in pieces. You don't know where your next meal is coming from. You have a hard time taking care of yourself. Yeah, I can understand why you may not want to have that child, but that child can also work as a blessing in your life to make you want to work harder and go that extra mile until your last breath to be able to provide for that child, because that's the most gratifying feeling in the world for me as a parent, the fact that I can go all out, put all of my energy into feeding my kids, and the most gratifying feeling, like I said, is to be able to provide for them. It's hard out here, and a lot of women, don't know what the first thing to do. You might get raped as a child. You might get raped even as an adult and just feel like you don't want that person to destroy your life with a new child that you have to take care of the rest of your life that was unwanted. But when the baby's here, it will change your perspective. But again, it's up to you. You make your own decisions based upon what makes you happy as a woman. And if it means you having to have that abortion to be able to be free of that horrific event that happened to you when you were raped as a woman, even as a man, it happens to us too, unfortunately. But for y'all, it's a lot differently because, you guys are having kids, and you don't want to bring kids into a situation that's going to make you miserable and make life miserable for them. So if you look at it from both sides of the spectrum, there is logical explanation as to why you would want to go to the left or to the right with how you handle your abortions. But you should have the option to do what you want to do with your body, and nobody should be able to tell you any different.
Well, I definitely disagree with you, but continue. Go ahead.
Right, but my opinion is my opinion. Your opinion is your. Everyone's going to have a different opinion. So, shit. Say what you got to say, baby girl.
Okay, well, I definitely disagree. Okay, like you said, that the woman may not know where her next meal is coming from. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, I get that. She may not know where her next meal is coming from. She may be struggling financially. If she don't know where her next meal is coming from, she shouldn't put herself in that situation. Now, things happen sometimes. I get it. I do get it. But if you are poor and you don't know where your next meal is coming from and you don't have it, then, okay, you don't know where your next meal is coming from, but you can scrape up some money to get an abortion. No. Okay, and the reason why I disagree, like I said, okay, I get it, sometimes things happen, but some of these women, they use abortion as birth control. So, like, okay, every time you get pregnant, okay, you're getting rid of it. You're getting rid of it. Okay, yeah, it's her body, but it's another life inside of her body, and I don't feel like that's right to just continue, continuously to destroy another life over and over.
You guys have to live with that decision. You know what I mean? It's a woman's prerogative, of course. I can understand how you feel. It feels good, doing your thing. You don't want to strap on, but the way I was taught, you live long when you strap on. But you got to strap on. You got to get them magnums, pull them on tight, and handle your business. If that's not the way you're doing things, then you mess around and have a kid, well, you better be ready to take them, the morning after pills. It's messed up, though. You know what I'm saying? But you making these decisions that are not only affecting your life, but it's affecting the life of someone else who could be your child brought into this world. You have to think of the bigger picture. It's not about what you want in that moment. You understand what I'm saying? You messing around with life, though. This is life creation from the very beginning.
Right.
And like Trelawney's saying, yeah, you can't just be around playing with that.
Right, because I feel like my parents, they conceived me. Yes, my mom could have, and I'm a twin, so it was two of us at one time. And, you know, my mom was pregnant with two sets of twins, me and my brother, and then she had another set before us, two girls. But now, and then her and my dad, they have, you know, other kids. But I'm just saying, they could have decided to abort any one of us. But it's her body. But this is my life. So it's her body. But no, you don't have the right to get rid of me. No, let me come into this world and do what I was meant to do. So no, no. So I definitely agree. I mean, I definitely understand, you know, some of the things that you are saying, but I do, you know, disagree with, you know, like I disagree with the decision with some of these women. Like, these people are like really upset about the Roe versus Wade. And, I mean, the rape thing, you know, I get it. If it's a child and the child is raped, I mean, if anybody is raped, I mean, I get it. But it's like, I mean, just try to put yourself in a situation where you don't have to worry about being in a situation.
In other words, take better care of yourself and hope that you don't get raped, right? But hope don't always fix that problem. If it does happen to you, you have to protect yourself, or you have to find ways to deal with the situation after the fact. It's very sad. You know what I mean? A woman should have the choice to do what she wants to do with her body. I can't tell you what to do with your body. Your man can't tell you what to do with your body. Your mama, your daddy, your family, your circumstances can't tell you what to do with your body. You are in control of you.
Yeah, but at the same time, but that's crazy because, okay, like you said, the man can't tell her what to do, but okay, if she have that child, then she's going to want child support, you know, so she's going to want the father to be involved. So I believe the father should have a say so, because that's his child too. If when the child is born, like I said, hey, you want child support, you want the child to spend time with the father. So I feel like the father should have some say so about it. And remember, it's her body, right? But this is still someone else's life. So no. I disagree. I mean, instead of marching up and down with a sign, my body, my choice, I mean, go get on some birth control so you don't have to worry about being in a situation.
And if you out here loose doing what you do, you know, you got to go and get tested for everything else. From A to Z under the sun, right down to COVID, to make sure you are right. Because come on now, you can't be that loosey-goose and feel like it's okay to be out here running the streets having sex with everybody. You may or may not even know. There are a lot of women that may or may not even know who their baby daddy is.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all got to pay attention to all of that too, you know what I mean? Just take the absolute best care of your body. The days of the 80s and the 90s and the crack babies, all of that, listen, our generation is our generation. We lived through and seen some things that's, to y'all, absolutely crazy. Y'all look at it like it was a movie or something. Or it was some bullshit. Trust me, it was. It's fucked up, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but at the same time, you don't need to be repeating those same mistakes, just in a different way. So this is all we're trying to do, is try to help y'all and educate y'all, see both sides of the argument, and say, well, now I need to do what's best for me. I don't agree with you having an abortion. She don't agree with you having an abortion, period. You know, but I understand, though, that there are certain circumstances where women can be raped. Happens all the time. It's fucked up. She wants to protect herself. She don't want to be, you know, tied to this rapist for the rest of her life raising a child. And who nobody wants that. But the child didn't ask to be brought here. And,
Right.
if you love yourself and if you believe in God and you love that child, regardless of how he got here or she got here, then you bring them into this world and you take care of them.
Or put the child up for adoption. I mean, there are a lot of women that can't have children that will take care of those kids, instead of just aborting them, stopping their life. No one stopped your life, so why should you stop someone else's? And like I said, yes, my mom, it was her body to carry me and my brother. But like I said, yes, she could have aborted us, but she didn't have a right to. This is my life. That's how this is my life. So, yes, she could have, but no, don't abort me. Don't get rid of me. Let me come into this world the same way. Yeah, right. You live, so I want to do the same thing.
And then put the child up for adoption, just like she said. And just the best way to look at it is you want to do what's best for the child. Because it ain't about you no more if you're having babies. Your life means nothing. It's all about the child's life and taking care of that baby. So you got to make sure that baby is well taken care of and put in the best possible situation for her life in order for her or him to be successful. If you're not doing that, then what does that say about you as a parent, as a man or a woman? You know what I'm saying? Give the baby up for adoption if you don't want it.
Right,
but abortion should never be an option, absolutely. But that's just our opinion.
Right. Now, I do understand, like I said, things happen. People can get raped, and sometimes there are situations where if it's a life and death, like the woman, she can be pregnant in her tube. So, of course, the baby has to come out because a baby cannot develop in the tubes. A baby has to develop inside of the uterus, not inside the fallopian tube. So, yes, the baby has to be removed in a situation like that. Or, like I said, it could be another situation where the mother can't carry the baby because, it could just be something that where it'll be life-threatening for the mother. So, like I said, I get it. And also, most of you know who have been following me for the longest and who have been listening to my podcasts and my blogs and my video vlogs, most of you do know my story. So I was raped. I was put in a situation by my ex, and the thing with that situation, he was drunk, and and I've never changed the story because it's the only story. He was drunk and he forced himself on me. I told him I did not want to do anything, and then once I was held down and I couldn't get him off me, and I realized that he was going to do something, I asked him to use a condom because it's just like it's just like his mind was somewhere else. So I told him, I was like, okay, well, just put a condom on, because he had me held down, and he got the condom. He opened the condom and he threw the condom down, and he didn't even bother to put it on. So he did get it, but.
And I think that's terrible.
Yeah. So either way, I was put. Yeah, I was.
Trelawney is my dog, and we need to put out a hit on this person. We need to find where he at right now.
Well,
some things need to be dealt with.
Yeah. Well, I did. Eventually, I just let it go. But the point is, he put me in a situation. I did not put myself in that situation. I didn't say, okay, yeah, come on, I didn't tell him anything like that, but, But yeah, so either way, I was put in a situation, and I end up regretting, the situation, because I was torn. I was really torn.
I can imagine. Well, I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Like I said, you don't deserve to go through none of that. No woman anywhere deserves to go and deal with any of that. I mean, I don't understand what's wrong with our men. Like, where y'all get this from? Where y'all get this mentality that you feel like you could just take what you want from a woman? It's better anyway when she's willing to give it to you anyway.
Right.
So why are you trying to force a woman into doing something she don't want to do? Don't that make you feel some kind of way? If that don't bother you, you feel like, oh, I'm getting what I want anyway, bruh. That's not what sex is. It's give and take. You just take it. That's rape. And she's just giving in because she just don't know what else to do. That's rape. I don't give a fuck how you look at it. You got to take better care of your woman. Think about your mama. Don't you got a mama? Do you want somebody like that to treat your mama like that? And if someone treated your mama like that, what would you do as a black man? As any man.
Well, as any man, any man. It's wrong.
You going to go looking for that motherfucker. For real. So, you got to think about it like that, man. Treat every woman like you want to be treated, even better. Because it's common. That shit come right back on your ass. You can end up behind bars worrying about somebody trying to get up in your ass. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. I mean, what's wrong with you? What you thinking about that? I can't even understand why a man, what is the mentality?
Gosh.
Where that shit come from? Like, what make a man feel like you could just take a woman's body and do what you want to do with it? It is not a playground. That is the tree of life. You can't swing from that tree unless you belong on that tree. Unless you was given access to that tree, to take care of that tree, to nurture that tree, to feed that tree.
Right.
You can't do none of that.
Yes, and like I said, I was put into a situation, and I was torn, and in the end, I did decide to have an abortion, and in the end, I regretted that situation. I just regret being in a situation because, like I said, I did not ask to be put in that situation. It was very hard. It was just very hard. I was just like so torn, and I was so angry, and I had the abortion out of anger. I was so angry. Oh my gosh, I was so mad, and I even just, when I look back, I couldn't believe it was like I was in a rage. Like when I was at the clinic, I seen, I could tell it was like a few girls that, I guess they were very emotional, and me, I was just angry. I'm looking like, because it seemed like I got there. I thought I was like one of the first girls that had got there, but I was one of the last girls that was called to go in the back, because I had left after I had signed in and everything, and then when I came back, it was like the clinic was just full of women. And I was just so angry, like, why aren't they calling my name? Like, they're calling everybody else's name. And so I just remember just being angry because first I was torn. I went to church, and I talked to the pastor, and I'm like, I'm pregnant. I know it's wrong to have an abortion, but I don't want this baby. And I wanted him to pray over me so I can magically, like, oh, okay, yeah, this is my baby. I'm going to have the baby. But maybe I should have waited a little longer. But it's just like I went to church on a Sunday, and then that Tuesday, I don't know. I just tried not to do it. But then it's just like I became angrier and angrier. And by the time I got to the clinic, I just remember just being in a rage. I was so mad. And then after everything was over, I was so hurt.
You know what? Listening to this, man, seriously makes me want to do like a support group for these women because it's sad. It really is. We got to help our sisters, man. Real talk. I mean, y'all can talk all that tough shit if you want to, but if you ain't man enough to help somebody else, you ain't shit. Bottom line. I mean, look at what she's talking about. If this don't affect you, if this don't bother you, listening to Trelawney's story, Trelawney is a sweet girl, sweet, beautiful woman. Why would someone do this to her? It doesn't make any sense to me. And now she has to live with these problems for the rest of her days. That's fucked up. Mm-hmm. No, somebody need to put something in their ass. I mean, bottom line, that's just how I feel. And I know her brothers ain't about that bullshit. And I promise you, it's about to go down sooner or later. That's what I know. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? We need a support group for women like you, for real.
Yeah, but I'm definitely over it. But I'll tell any woman out there to just really think it through. Make sure this is something that you really want to do, and just remember, this is a life. So, yeah, I mean, you can't tell anybody what to do, but just sex, it shouldn't just be. It shouldn't be so careless. So that you can get pregnant. Why would you just keep putting yourself in a situation to have abortion after abortion after abortion after abortion? Because I do know quite a few women that use abortion as birth control. Like, I personally know women that use it use abortion for birth control, and it's wrong. It shouldn't be used.
Yeah, more than Latrail.
Yeah, but I mean, what's wrong with just getting on some type of birth control? Like, okay, if you don't want to use condoms, okay, yeah, you want to feel the meat, you want to feel the you want to get that feeling, okay, but then get on some type of birth control. Get a hysterectomy, get a vasectomy, So,
especially if your pull-out game is not strong, you need to learn. You need to learn how to just practice some abstinence and maybe go find Jesus. Go sit in the back pew of somebody's church. Matter of fact, no, in the middle. How about that? Where you can hear and see everything. Everything.
If
you know what I'm saying? Learn.
If the pull-out game is weak, then get a vasectomy or make her get a hysterectomy or,
and find God is my point. Because I know it's hard. And when it's hard, you go straight to God. Then you ain't got to worry about pulling out. That's right.
You don't have to worry about pulling out if you get a hysterectomy if you get a hysterectomy or if you get a vasectomy, whatever, then you ain't got to worry about pulling out, and you can just keep coming and coming and coming and coming and coming.
For real.
Okay, so we are down to 90 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, we about to wrap this thing up. Well, I hope we was able to teach y'all something tonight, man. I mean, we got y'all got any questions, concerns, or issues, y'all can hit me up on Instagram, Almighty Dollar 305, or George Washington, a.k.a. Dollar, on Facebook, Almighty Dollar on TikTok. I'm all over the place. I ain't hard to find. You know what I'm saying? Trelawney, what you got to say, baby?
Well, guys and dolls, as always, thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. Stay tuned for the next episodes. I have so many guests that will be on my up-and-coming shows. So I think that's pretty much it. I think that's all I have to say.
And I mean, you know what I'm saying? I guess the song I'm listening to is kind of like, important to the situation too. Because I mean, if you love somebody, you'll wait for them. You don't need to get into no rush to get into to do your thing, to have sex. You take your time. You wait for the person that's ready.
Right.
To get ready.
Okay, we down to our last second. All right, guys, we're out of here.
Holla at your boy. Peace.
Bye, everybody.